Someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, 'cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby? Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in
So,
your eyes.
on the other hand, Psylocke has been here before. Psylocke have lost games before, whereas Team Strange might be a little shaken under the pressure because they haven't experienced many losses before, whereas Psylocke is used to these games. Also, I can hear myself in my own headset. We fix that. It's really annoying. Thank you. And we're waiting on a few players for the next game because we're going to be having a best of 5 in the first loser bracket round, where the winner should be going against Team Mantis, as they saw an early quick 3-0 loss against Team 4, who have been really strong in the first few rounds. The first round, they done really good with effort on their side. However, in the next week, they still surprisingly upset Team Mantis, as they were able to win very decisively without effort, as they had a new player, which I'm not sure if he's playing this week as well again. I mean next week, sorry, because he will be facing the winner of the next 2 games. I believe the winner of this game will go against Mantis, and then whoever wins out of that, here's the bracket, yeah. So Psylocke versus Strange is what we'll be having tonight, and they'll be going against Team Jeff. And so they will be having to go in a loser bracket run here. And then we have 4 and Mantis in the next round, the semi-finals in the upper bracket. So whoever loses out of that will be in the 3rd loser round. And then obviously we'll have the grand finals, which should be in week 9 of the tournament. And then we'll be doing a bit of a fun stream in week 10, maybe with some of the viewers. If you're not in the tournament and want to join, you can join our Discord, where you might be able to participate in our fun week 10 event. And I'm not sure if the grand finals will be a best of 5 as well, but every round up leading up to it will be a best of 5, including this loser bracket. So they've got 3 chances to remain in the tournament tonight, and then next week it will be the same, another best of 5. So Psylocke have a little bit of advantage here as they haven't had to play recently. They've been able to study Team Strange, so they can learn a few of their tactics, and obviously they're no puppet to Strange. They have faced this team before, which they did lose, but tonight's another story. As we've seen, Strange got upset, so anything can happen on the day. It's just who can play better on the night and in the moment. And I think we'll be doing, I'm not sure what game mode will be starting tonight, but it will be the same format as the other 4 weeks, where we have domination or convoy, and then the next mode will be the altar mode, and so on. We're doing convoy first, so the second mode should be domination, and then obviously Team B will get to pick which map they're on, and the other team will get to pick what side they're on, and so on. The losing team will get the advantage in the next pick. On the mode, every team will get 2 bans and 1 hero save, which we saw a lot. Some teams really take advantage of that veto phase. We saw Team 4 doing some really good bans, strategic bans, rather than just straight up going for some hero target bans. They chose the characters which might counter their team composition, and they really showed good versatility there. Same thing with Team Mantis. They done really good in the veto phase, and I think that's what's starting to separate these teams, is just being more versatile, not outshining other players individually in them duels, but instead dictating the pace of the game. Good team fights, good ultimate abilities, retaining them ultimates for the next fight, not overcommitting too many ultimates, too many abilities in one fight, so they have the cooldowns in the next fight. We saw Team Strange struggling a little bit in the last game because of they overcommitted all of their ultimates into one team fight to take the control point, and then Team 4 just came back in with better ability cooldowns and better timings, and then just won the fight due to them having them ultimates in the bank. And then obviously Team Mantis was also really good in the veto phase. We saw Wolverine was still getting banned a lot, however, that he did slip through in a couple games, which we saw Duelist take advantage of. The Wolverine was a really good pick for one of the teams. I can't remember which team. It was Team 4 or Team Mantis, as they both won 3-0. However, the Team 4 versus Strange game was 3-1 due to the first game being a forfeit due to them not having all their players in game on time. But officially on the maps that were played, both games last week were 3-0s, which were pretty quick. However, Team Mantis' game, whilst it was a 3-0, I think Team GF were slightly overlooked, as each game was really close. It could have swung either way. Just unfortunately for them that it went in the favour of Team Mantis in every game. And we're going to see Team Strange have to pull something out of the bag if they're going to want to look a lot better than they did last week. Because last week they were just outskilled, outplayed, outmaneuvered in every possible way. We saw they couldn't even contest the payload on the attacking side. They couldn't push through that first defensive barrier of Team 4. Team 4 just made it look really easy. The same thing they did against Team Psylocke. So both teams here have fallen to Team 4. So and it was both 3-0 in both games. So we're gonna see which one of the teams pull the upset here, because they're both kind of going into this as slight underdogs for the rest of the tournament, as they know even if they win this game, they've still got to beat 4 at the end of the day. Because no matter whatever path you make it to the grand finals, you will end up facing the better team in the tournament, as it goes in every game and every tournament. We're just waiting for one more person, which is good. So hopefully we get into this game quickly, and we have some fun, entertaining games, as we always do on the Triumph Challenger Cup tournament. The last game, especially in last week, Team Mantis versus Team Jeff, was really entertaining just because of how close each game was. I think it was a really well competitive, structured game. Both teams doing really good. However, Mantis just getting the slight upper hand there due to that veto phase ban. and we saw a lot of teams pushing up to the enemy team spawn, which it was Team Jeff actually who done really good at flanking around that, despite getting out skilled in a lot of the team fights. They had them people sneak past the formation of Team Mantis and managed to get to the point, which ended up being a double kill for the Spider-Man in one of the games, which he done. And then in the other game, the Namor, which we thought Team Mantis had already won the game. And then out of nowhere, we saw Team Jeff take control of the point as that Namor managed to get the control point in overtime whilst Team Mantis were on 99% on that control point, which was really good. Unfortunately, they didn't win the point in the end. However, it just made it really close. Right, we're now going into the first game soon. Yeah, and here we go. We are going to be playing Convoy. So we'll see which team is starting attack very shortly. So we've got Team Strange on the attacking side here, and Psylocke are going to be the first defensive team in week 5. Team Strange are going to get the first ban. Got a couple hovers here, but obviously, well, that is a very big ban from Team Strange. They're opting to ban the Lunar Snow, which has been a very big meta pick throughout this entire tournament. So Psylocke are going to make their first ban of the tournament. Let's see if it's another big meta pick, because that is definitely going to shape things up in this first game. And they've opted to ban nobody. So Team Psylocke are going to save their first hero, as Team Strange got the first ban. And they're going to opt to save the Strange, which Steph is hovering, so he will be able to play that character. We'll see if Strange opts to ban save a Vanguard as well, or will they save one of their duelist roles. We don't know which Vanguard they're going to pick here, as we've got no hovers right now. And they're going to also save nobody. Very interesting veto phase, considering in the last, that's probably what's separating these teams in the upper winners bracket and the loser bracket, because the winner bracket teams are opting to be really efficient with their veto phase, whereas these times teams are looking very unsure of what to pick. So Team Strange also going to ban nobody as their last pick. So I are going to get the last ban of the game. Whether they pick somebody now is very unsure. And remember, this game is about survival in the tournament. These teams are going to have to play their hearts out if they're going to want to stay in the tournament and move on to the second round in the loser bracket. They are going to ban the Hulk. But we don't know what Vanguard Team Strange are going to pick. But it does mean Wolverine is in the hero select phase for one of the very few times. One Yoki is going to hover the Iron Man, which he has played many times before. He's going to opt to not pick it, though. He's going for the Moon Knight. And it looks like Strange are going to go for the Strange and Groot Vanguard combo. They've got the Loki on support, Cloak and Dagger, Moon Knight, and Star-Lord composition. Psylocke are also going to have the Strange, but they're going to have only one Vanguard. Oh, no, he switched to Magneto, so they've got 2 Vanguards on the side of Psylocke as well. Very standard team compositions from both teams here. The Spider-Man and Magic on the duelist side of Psylocke to defend here. Quite an aggressive duelist composition for the defensive side. So we're now beginning the first game of week 5, loser bracket. Doctor Strange is going to take the first gunfight here for Psylocke. He's going to hold the defensive line. Strange pushing up very well here, although they are going to bump into that first chokehold on the map. Big damage from both sides here. Strange has flanked. Strange is going to be able to hold him off here. Good defensive duties from him. He is going to drop low, so he's going to have to fall back a little bit here. Groot is pushing up very nicely. I've got no game sound, by the way. No. Thank you. So, Groot is going to push up here, but they are stuck at this first choke point. They do need to break that Moon Knight thing on the floor. It's damaging them. No one is breaking it. Both players are falling low here. Or Doctor Strange is very out of position here. May have gotten a bit too greedy there. He might be able to get it back in time, though. Yes, perfectly played there from Psylocke. In and out with that kill. Beautifully well executed from Team Psylocke. Just pure precision under pressure there. He is going to push up again. He's getting very greedy here. But Psylocke doing a very good job at healing Steph. Keeping him up and alive. Going to be a very hard push here for Team Strange if they're going to want to break through that first barrier. We saw them struggle against Team 4 breaking that first barrier. So hopefully they've learned from the mistakes from last game and going to fix it. It looks like they do as they're getting really aggressive here. Although 2 members fall in an instant. Blink and you'll miss it. Although Psylocke, all members still alive. They're doing really good here, picking Team Strange apart. Eye of Agamotto has been farmed on for the Steph. Moon Knight is going to have to fall back here. As Psylocke doing a really good job at just holding that formation line, making it look really easy right now. He is going to have to back off as that Moon Knight ability has been put on the floor. They have managed to break it, which Team Strange couldn't do against Team Psylocke Moon Knight, although they don't have one anymore. The game's closed. The Team Strange's Eye of Agamotto is ready, and it looks like Psylocke have lost 4 members here, which is really big for Team Strange. They are going to be able to get that first objective point on the map, it looks like here, as Psylocke have all been sent to their spawn. They're going to have to wait for them respawn cooldowns. Whether Spider-Man tries to go for a solo push on his own to stop this, I don't think he will. He's waiting for his... Oh no, he is coming in. It looks like Team Strange should be able to clean this one up low. Spider-Man has opted for the solo ultimate. Star-Lord has fallen. So they managed to get a kill out of this, and they have stopped them from taking that first point of the map. That's a really well played from Team Psylocke there. Spider-Man swinging around, just being a nuisance for Team Strange. They get the stun. He is doing damage, but the heals are really good from Team Strange. One player has fallen, but the Loki is still alive, trying to keep everyone alive. Team Strange are hanging by a thread here. Can Psylocke cut it? It looks like they can't. 2 members have fallen. Strange have a lot of players here alive to take control of the point, but it's absolute carnage right now. Star-Lord has to fall back. The point is getting pushed back, so it looks like Team Psylocke have got the upper hand in this fight as 3 members of Strange fallen, sent back to spawn. 2 have been respawned. Groot has fallen as well. They've only got 1 Vanguard on this side of Team Strange. Not a lot of health pools there. So they are going to slowly push that payload back and retake control of this choke point. Although they're not going to be able to push up too far, as somebody can just sneak around and continue to push that payload. So they are going to opt to just sit on the payload and try hold it from here. And it looked like Team Strange used the Eye of Agamotto in the midst of that fight. So neither Strange has their ultimate anymore. Although Spider-Man gets a kill onto the Star-Lord. Very big from him there as he continues to wreak mayhem onto Team Strange, refarming his ultimate back up. The Cloak and Dagger used her ultimate in the midst of things there. We missed that. And Team Strange have lost 4 members here. It's not looking good for them right now, as they've got barely 0 seconds left on the clock. So Psylocke pulls out really well. We're seeing a repeat of last week where Team Strange wasn't able to get that first point, although we saw a lot of improvement from last week than what they did against Team 4, as they couldn't even get past the first chokehold, although very close there, as they were literally 1 meter away from getting that timer back up. So we're going to get a switch in team comp to the Venom, most likely because he is a more attacking Vanguard there, just swinging around, can pounce on people. Also gives the Spider-Man on Crimson Kai a power-up, team-up activated, where he gets the Venom symbiote, which is very good at killing them supports. A lot of damage there. So we're going to get the Penny Parker on the defensive side. Another switch to a more defensive Vanguard for them. A very defensive comp here with the Loki, keeping everybody alive. Penny Parker there. Doctor Strange to hold the front line. Moon Knight to snipe the back. Wolverine to pounce on the supports. Although they're going to have a tough time to deal with that Venom and Spider-Man combo if they're going to want to hold the front line. Because Team Psylocke don't have very far to push it. Only 81 meters to beat with a whole 4 minutes on the clock. So that, remember, they don't have to push the payload all the way. They just have to beat the distance that Team Strange got, and they'll win the first opening game of this week. Spider-Man pouncing in very fast. Here we see that Venom symbiote already in action here. Although Penny Parker, I think the mines there just absolutely decimated Team Psylocke. They got a little greedy there, Team Psylocke, coming out of the gates really fast there, and 3 members fall in an instant. Strange going to regroup their front line. Steph is going to push up on his own here with the Magic behind him. He is going to fall low, but very big pounce there from the Wolverine, managing to snipe out the Vanguard from Psylocke. That kill is very big at delaying Psylocke's time on the clock, as they are not going to be able to push without that Team Strange alive. Without that Strange alive, so they are going to have to wait for him to respawn. Spider-Man is also going to fall low here, although he managed to swing out of there. Punisher just doing some damage to the Vanguards. It's not going to be very effective, but it's a very annoying damage for Strange to deal with. Wolverine just waiting in the back here, trying to grab somebody and push him to his team. He does grab one, but his team has pushed back and he's unaware of it. Luckily, he isn't going to get punished for it. Strange is trying to hold the front line here with the rest of his team. That Moon Knight thing is being annoying from him, though, and he gets pulled in by the Spider-Man. He does fall low, but his team is going to recover for his mistakes. Spider-Man trying to find the Loki here. It's going to be annoying for him to kill with all them clones and the heals. He's not going to get any value out of this, so he's going to have to swing on back. Strange just sitting on the payload here, trying to waste time. 2 minutes on the clock for him to hold. And this is really good from Team Strange here, holding the front line. Both teams doing really good on their defensive duties. Team Psylocke going to lose a member, although Team Strange going to fall too, and Psylocke need to punish on this. They need to pounce on this now. 3 members dead on Team Strange. They need to push the payload now and take advantage of this. Penny Parker is going to do her best to try and delay, putting down all them mines. Spider-Man trying to take care of her. He is going for the back line. The back line is going to survive, and Spider-Man going to swing back onto his team, make sure he doesn't fall himself. Penny Parker trying to waste their time, but not going to get much out of it as they're slowly pushing the payload. It's looking bad for Strange. It looks like Psylocke's going to take this one, although we're going to have a big team fight here. Spider-Man is going to kill one, swinging back in, helping his other team. And Strange are falling apart slowly. It's looking terrible for Strange. It looks like Psylocke are going to take this first map. Strange is going to have to do really good here at delaying. He's going to pop both ultimates. Eye of Agamotto here. Big team fight. He's delaying as much as he can for his teammates to respawn. His teammates will be coming in any second, although Psylocke are going to kill him. So they are going to be on their own. It looks like Psylocke are going to slowly push this point to the end. Although Wolverine also trying to delay. Last stand popped. But he falls slowly. It looks like Strange are just delaying their own demise here. Psylocke are about to take it 0.2 meters. And Psylocke do take it 1-0. So very intense first game there. What we saw from that was both teams really strong defensively, although Psylocke just slightly better on that attack side. And Strange, same as last week, just struggling to push past those choke points. At least last week they couldn't get past the first choke points. They've definitely improved, considering they were that so close to pushing it to point A. They just needed that little bit extra that Psylocke had. Psylocke were really aggressive, swinging in there. Once again, I think the Veto Phase 1 teams out, they were proper thinking about what to do. Strange had the right idea there with the Penny Parker. Definitely got a lot of value out of that defensively. The Vanguard's done really good at holding the front line of both teams. The supports, really good sustain from both sides. We didn't see as many support ultimates going in huge. Maybe just caught off camera a couple times there. But I think it's because the Lunar Snow was banned that game, which is one of them big support ultimates, which you do see in-game, whereas a lot of the other support ultimates are kind of hard to catch in the midst of that chaos, as there was a lot of abilities flying everywhere. It was hard to see what was going on. A lot of them team fights we didn't see like a whole team wipe. We saw like 5 people dead and then respawn, come back, fight. We didn't see many teams like regroup other than during a team wipe. It was like Team Strange were doing their best. One person would die, go back in, hold the point. Somebody would die, go back in, hold the point, and repeat. Just as much as they could, trying to delay. A lot of nerves. They had to stop them getting just 80 meters, which is really hard. So obviously they just committed every single ultimate as soon as they got that ult charge, just pop it straight away, trying to delay the time as much as possible. So with that last game being Convoy, we will be going into a domination game next. Oh, convert. It will be a convergence game, sorry. Team Strange will pick which mode it is. And I think Psylocke will pick the map. And Strange will pick the side. And Strange will have another chance here. Well, another 2 chances to remain in the tournament. But obviously, if they lose that third one, they will be out of the tournament. So both teams were playing like their tournament lives were on the line because they were. And then after this week, we'll have the winner of this versus Team Jeff. And then in the upper semi-final, we've got Team 4 versus Team Mantis. Both teams, that'll be a really interesting game to watch as we had both teams doing really good at the veto phase. And as we've seen in these last few games, it's been the veto phase which has separated these teams as we're getting a lot of even games here, very small margins. So veto phase has got to be perfect. So these two teams making a couple mistakes here with not banning a couple characters on the veto phase. Opting to ban no hero for the last pick, I think was a little mistake there. Yeah, so we've got Convergence next. I don't know what map it's going to be, but if Psylocke win this map, it will be a lot of pressure for Team Strange to come back on as they will be down 2-0, and with it being a best of 5, it'll be the team to win 3 games in a row. It doesn't matter what the score of them games were, it's just the first team to win 3. And the winner will be going against Team Jeff. Team Jeff. Okay, we're just going to go to a 5-minute break. Thanks for watching the stream. Be tuned because we will be back with the second match of week 5.
just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
Everyone, welcome back to. I can still hear myself. Well, everyone, welcome back to week 5 of Psylocke versus Strange in the first loser bracket of this tournament. We've got a convergence game coming up very shortly, which we will see. I believe Team Strange will probably be on the defensive side, with them starting attack in the second game. We've got the winner of this will be going against Jeff. And hello, yeah. And this game isn't about rising top, it's about survival. These teams are going to play like their tournament lives are on the line, because they are. We saw a really good veto phase from Team Mantis and Team 4 last game, whereas this game in the loser bracket, we're not seeing a lot of them big picks, other than the Lunar Snow was a big ban by Team Strange, but they opted for no team bans on the second picks. So we are going to go into convergence. We're going to see which team is starting attack side here very shortly. So we've got Team Strange on the attacking side and Psylocke on the defensive side. Whether we see the Lunar Snow ban again will be interesting, as the last week we didn't see Lunar Snow banned at all. So a very big statement at banning that Lunar Snow in the first game. I'm sure the other team was definitely not prepared for that type of ban. So it looks like Steph is going to want to play the Strange again, which he normally does. And we are actually going to get the Lunar Snow ban from Team Strange once again. Psylocke are going to ban the Hulk, which we saw in the first game as well. So both teams seem to be banning the same characters. It doesn't seem to be map dependent. And they are going to save the Strange once again for that Steph to play on that comfort pick. And Strange are going to save the Loki, which we saw in the last game as well. And Strange doing a big ban here. They're going to target ban the Spider-Man, which we saw Crimson playing in that last map. So we'll see if Psylocke chooses to ban one of Strange's characters, or they are going to ban the Wolverine, which Strange was using really effectively in that last game, just pouncing on players, pulling them to his team, and then just picking them off very slowly with that Wolverine grab. So they are going to have the same composition of Vanguards here, with Strange and Magneto. And a Moon Knight from the one Yoki, which we saw in the last game as well. So both teams seeming to be just picking some comfort characters so far throughout this series. Looks like Strange are also going to go for the Magneto and copy one out of Psylocke's book here. So we've got Rocket, Strange, Cloak and Dagger, Magneto, Loki, and the Bucky on Team Strange of the attacking side here. We're now going to see how Psylocke opt to set up their defensive lineup and formation here. We are going to have Steph on the Strange taking the front line, which he does in every game they've played so far, with him on the Strange if it hasn't been banned, with that Magneto as the secondary Vanguard. So here we go, Rocket taking the high ground here, trying to get some heals from above. Strange pushing up against the other Strange. He is going to take a lot of damage here, although he is just going to get healed right back up to full HP. He doesn't See the duelist behind him here. Magneto is pushing up behind him. We're seeing a bit of a mirror composition here with both vanguards copying each other. Lots of damage being dished out, although the heal is just going to keep him alive. Oh, Psylocke are going to lose the first member of the fight here. Magneto gets dragged onto the point, which we saw Wolverine doing really good at last game. However, they don't have the Wolverine this game due to that veto phase. They are going to be captured onto contesting the point here, although with Psylocke's members on the point, they're not going to be able to capture any percentage just yet. The Psylocke trying to delay it as much time as they can whilst their members respawn. Although Strange going to dish out 2 kills here. 3 members might fall with the Magneto. 3 members do fall on the side of Psylocke, so Strange are going to be able to slowly capture this point very easily here. They have gotten the first 2 checkpoints. So, Team Stranger's been able to farm up that Eye of Agamotto, and the Loki has also got his ultimate. A lot of ultimates from Team Strange here, but Psylocke also going to match that with 3 ultimates of their own. So it's about who can make the most out of their ultimate usage here, as Team Strange are slowly going to be able to push up onto that point. Magneto is going to take a lot of damage here, although his heals are keeping him alive. Cloak and Dagger dishing out a lot of heals here. The Rocket Girl ultimate has been popped, doing a lot of damage. Rocket has popped his ultimate of his own. There's a big war of attrition right now, as one member of Team Strange has fallen. All members of Psylocke alive. They are going to delay as much time as they can for that respawn to come back in. We have the Invisible Barrier and Eye of Agamotto popped at the same time. Very big from Team Strange there. They're pushing through very easily, which we didn't see in the last game. They struggled to push through those choke points, but it looks like they've done the VOD reviews and learned from their mistakes in the last game, and they know how to use their ultimates a lot better, being able to take a lot of map control and map space so they can slowly push this payload up. We're going to see a bit of damage from Psylocke, although it's not going to do any damage to that formation line of Team Strange. They're just trying to delay as little as they can. Strange is going to push uphill with the shield alongside by Magneto. Psylocke have a couple of ultimates to work with. They are actually going to go in, but the Loki heals are doing no value to him. Magneto has farmed up that Meteor M. He is going to hold on to it for now, although Psylocke get 2 kills of their own. Very good from Psylocke to be able to push back Strange slowly, and it looks like they're going to pick them apart slowly, one by one. Strange hanging by a thread here, but Psylocke cut it very easily. They are going to slowly delay that push and push that payload back ever so slightly, although Strange pushed so fast in that first half of this match that they've still got 3 minutes to work with. Plenty of time on them for them on the board, which we didn't see in the last game. They struggled a lot with that timer. Doctor Strange going to take a bit of high ground here, although he does fall down. He is going to get back up there so he can receive them heals from his teammates. They are getting pushed back. They are going to have to be very careful with this push, as Psylocke seem to have a very good hold of it. The Loki is pushing forward with a couple of them clones. It is going to get broken by the Duelist. Rocket and Loki healing each other here. They are separated from the rest of their team, though, so the Vanguard is going to go low a bit. He does manage to find him and get him back to full HP. Although Magneto pushed up very far from Team Strange there. That is a costly mistake, although the Rocket is going to revive him straight back up. They have got 5 ultimates farmed on the side of Team Strange, which we saw them do in the first half of this game, all spamming them ultimates at the same time. So we'll see if they can make use of their ultimates the same as they did at the start of the game. He is going to slowly push forward here. They still have the ultimates, 6 ultimates on the side of Team Strange, so it's going to be hard for Team Psylocke to hold this. They have got 3 of their own. It's who can make the most value out of it. Team Strange going to slowly push up. They're holding on to the ultimate still. They're going to have to use it very soon. Only 1 minute 50 on the clock. The Cloak and Dagger has broken the formation line of Team Psylocke, although they're doing such a good job at just holding it. Invisible Barrier. He pushes forward. Eye of Agamotto popped. It looks like it doesn't matter how many ultimates you have if you don't use them, as Psylocke uses one of their very few ultimates, takes advantage of a Team Strange. I think Team Strange just holding on to their ultimates a bit too long there. They had 6 up and ready. Psylocke only having the Eye of Agamotto, but he just goes in and pops it and gets amazing value out of it. So Team Strange losing a lot of time there. They're going to have to regroup as a 6-man team here and re-push this team fight with a lot less ultimates that they had to work with than they did before. They do have the Eye of Agamotto, though, which is a very big ultimate for this team fight. The Strategist going to get caught off guard there off Team Sarlacc, so they're going to have a lot less heals here. And it's proven costly as the Vanguard does fall. Members of Sarlacc falling very fast here. Strange are going to be able to push up and close to this first objective. They are going to probably have to win and kill these last few members, though. Team Sarlacc trying to delay it. The respawns have come in, but they're not here yet. They still have the Eye of Agamotto to work with if they need it, but they're ever so slightly pushing up to that checkpoint. Strange is pushing up to the payload to contest it. Eye of Agamotto has been popped here. They are going to get a kill out of it. Not amazing value, but it's good value. They're going to have to push up with that Strategist falling. They're going to have a lot less heals on the side of Team Sarlacc. Strange are going to have to punish it. Sarlacc doing a really good job at just keeping alive with what they've got to work with. And it looks like all members are back, but they are going to have to push back to the payload and help Magneto here. He is going to fall low. Strategist keeping him alive. Really good sustained healing there. The Duelists look like they're going to have to try and kill the Strategist off Team Sarlacc if they're going to want to push this payload. As the timer has run down to 0 seconds. It's do or die now for Team Sarlacc. We are in overtime. Player abilities are flying everywhere, although nobody has fallen yet. The supports are doing a really good job at keeping everyone alive. Magneto going low there, and the Strategist does fall on Sarlacc. But it looks like Strange are going to lose 3 members here on the attacking side. It looks like Sarlacc might just push them back here. And only Strange left. Eye of Agamotto has been popped, but it looks like he's only delaying his own demise here. Can his team get back in time? No, they can't. We saw the same thing last game where Strange pushing really close to the checkpoint, but Sarlacc just holding them at the very end there. Whether it's just really good defensive line from Sarlacc or Strange just getting caught under the pressure when they're ever so close to the objective point. Can we see Team Sarlacc do what Team Strange didn't, though, and reach that first checkpoint, which they did in the first game on that first map, pushing through the chokehold really fast, giving them a lot of time to work with. We're going to have Steph on the Strange once again and the Magneto, so very similar team composition. They're going for the same strategy last game, switching to the Penny Parker on the side of Strange when they go to that defensive half, alongside the Loki and Rocket. They are going to have a Strange as well. So we're going to have Punisher on the defensive half again. So it looks like the teams aren't picking characters based on the map, but based on whether they're attacking or defending, as we're seeing the same defensive comp from Strange on both maps here. Sarlacc opting for a very similar approach as well, going for a team composition based on the attacking side rather than the map, although they don't have the Venom this time, so maybe they're thinking more about the map, whereas Strange is thinking more about if they're defending or attacking, and then picking a comfort pick based on that. We're seeing Penny Parker just setting up the mines here. That looks like a lot of chaos for Sarlacc to run into here, but they are going to have a lot of util to try and break that. But it's whether they're aware of it or not. They are aware of it. Magneto is going to take a lot of damage here, but obviously he's not going to fall, being alongside both supports. They're going to have to try and break this defensive barrier. It's very hard, though. Punisher's ammo will not last forever, though, at least. Sarlacc are going to fall a member in the background somewhere. Crimson Kai does fall. They're going to try and slowly break this defensive line. They have managed to break the mines, but they are still going to have a lot of players to deal with. A lot of damage dealt there, but good healing to keep everyone alive. Magneto slowly pushing forward. We've got a Duelist in the background there trying to take out the supports. The Rocket does fall to 40% HP, although he has been healed straight back up. Magneto going to have to fall back on out of there, dropping low. The Duelist of Sarlacc doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now, although only 1 kill, and it gets traded out. The Rocket heal is really good. He comes straight back on into the team fight, and Strange punish it, with Sarlacc losing 2 members in an instant. And it looks like a third might fall. No, Crimson gets healed. He's still alive. Punisher ultimate has been popped. It's not going to do any damage on the tank, though, as he is being healed by both supports, being pocketed right now. Invisible barrier has been popped. Ultimates are flying around everywhere right now. Strange does lose a member. Sarlacc are going to have to take advantage of it, although one Yoki trades it on out. Penny Parker has popped her ultimate. Going to do a lot of damage to the heals right now. Invisible barrier is still up. It should fall very shortly, and the Magneto falls at the same time. Penny Parker is going to be pocketed by them healers, and the Punisher doing a lot of damage in the background right now, trying to refarm that ultimate. Damage from above. He does get out. He spots him. He has fallen. They've taken control of that high ground. And the Strange continues to push forward, getting that kill. Very big for him. He has now farmed up that Eye of Agamotto. One member of Psylocke is dead. They are going to wait for him until they push this point again. This is going to be very hard for Psylocke as Strange's defensive barrier looks really strong right now. Eye of Agamotto has been popped. Good value there. Gets a kill. In and out. He is falling back to his team. They are just going to try and hold this point. They don't want to lose it at all. Really good defensive work from Team Strange here, especially with that rocket revive. As soon as a member falls in the fight, they get revived and go straight back into the fight. It's all-out carnage and all-out brawl throughout this entire game. Non-stop action with them revives. Rocket is going to get back into the fight himself. They are just going to hold. Strange are looking for a flank with that portal, although unfortunate to get spotted out by the opposing Strange. Strange is going to fall. A lot of damage dealt. He is going to get healed back on to full HP. Duelist in the background there trying to take point, but nothing out of it. Strange trying to hold the line, as well as Loki. A lot of heals from the Loki here. He is going to slowly farm up that Trickster ultimate, 80%, nearly there. We have got the Eye of Agamotto on Steph. They've got 3 ultimates to work with. They're going to have to use it soon. There's only 50 seconds on the clock. They need to take the point. They have to kill all members of Strange here. Strange is 2-2, good with the sustainability. Rocket's popped his ultimate as well. Lots of extra damage. Eye of Agamotto is being popped by Steph. Gets no value out of it. Penny Parker ultimate popped in the midst of thing. Punisher's already farmed his ultimate. And he's going to get 3 kills out of it. 4 kills. 5 dead in an instant. Blink and you'll miss it. It looks like Psylocke are going to lose this one. They might have one last team fight left in them. But if they don't, Strange are going to tie this series up. It's do or die for Team Psylocke. If they lose this series, they're out of the Triumph Challenger Cup. Psylocke, the Punisher is going to pop that turret and hold this line alongside both Vanguards. They're trying to break the line, going up and above. The Punisher spots him out, and he slowly dies from the Penny Parker. Magneto is going to fall, and it looks like Psylocke's dreams are over. They're going to slowly die here over time, and it's like looking like they're not going to be able to capture this point. It's only Crimson alive, and he's not going to be able to do anything of it. So Strange are going to win this defensive half a lot better than what they've done on that attacking side here. So Team Strange are going to tie the series up 1-1 in a very intense game. That's a crazy turn of events considering how that last game went. You wouldn't have thought Strange would look that dominant on the defensive side. Obviously, the attacking side, they were looking pretty strong, but they didn't. But Psylocke done a really good job at holding that last defensive barrier, although Strange didn't even let him get a single point on that map. Really dominant performance from Team Strange there. They must have pulled one of them Strange spells out of a book, because that was amazing from Strange. They didn't even give Psylocke a glimpse of hope. And I believe Psylocke will be picking the next mode, probably Domination, considering we've had 2 convoys in a row. So both teams have won convergence game, which means it could go either way on any mode. They've both won a map, both the same game mode. Both teams won it due to their defensive duties. The attacking side from both teams may be lacking a little. We saw Psylocke did win it on attack, although they didn't have to push it very far due to how well they defensively structured that first map. And we're going to go into a 10-minute break, and then we'll begin the 3rd game very shortly. Thank you for tuning in.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet, hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up, you can have it all. Watch me rip it off, I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella loved. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart, yeah. Won't stop charging me, go and come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right.
Everyone, welcome back to week 5 of the Triumph Challenger Cup tournament. We are in the first elimination round of the bracket, which is causing teams to leave everything on the line, which is why we're seeing the first time in this bracket a series going 1-1. Both first maps were convoy, but we are going to see a domination in the next map on Hell's Heaven, which would have been picked by Team Solak as Team Strange won the last game. Team Solak did win the opening game of this first elimination round. The winner of this is going to have to go straight into another elimination round, though. So a lot of intense pressure for them for the rest of this tournament, as if they're going to make it to the grand final, every game is going to have to be an elimination round. The winner of this will be against Team Jeff, and then in the upcoming weeks, we're going to have Team Mantis versus Team 4 in the upper bracket semi-final. The winner of that will be the first team crowned into the grand finals of the TCC tournament. And then the loser of that will be against... Oh, we're going straight into the domination game. It will be the third map of this series, Hell's Heaven. So we'll see if teams are going to opt to choose the same team composition that they used in the payload game mode. And if we're going to have a Lunar Snow ban 3 games in a row, which we have never seen before. So teams Sarlacc are going to ban the Loki for the 2nd game in a row. Oh no, sorry, for the 2nd time. Loki was played in the last game. And then Team Strange are going to ban their first character. Will it be a Lunar Snow once again? Might be no ban. Yep, they are going to ban the Lunar Snow. 3 games in a row. That's the first time that's happened in the Triumph Challenger Cup. Both teams now going to get their first save and their only save of this 3rd match. We've seen the Strange has been saved every game by Team Strange, but they are going to save the Wolverine this time round due to the fact that it got banned last game. And Steph is hovering that Strange again, so we might see Sarlacc ban the Strange as their final pick. They are going to save the Spider-Man, though, which we saw to be a bit of a nuisance for the other team in the first game. So will they ban Strange and take advantage of Team Strange saving the Wolverine instead? Team Sarlacc are going to ban... No, Team Strange are going to ban the Hulk. And Venom is banned on the other side, which we saw also being a nuisance in the first game. So they're not going to be able to get that team-up combo that they may have wanted in the first game, in this game. Because they did have the Penny Parker and Spider-Man being hovered. So that would have been a triple team-up with the Venom symbiote. That would have been a very big nuisance for the other team. So a very big ban to ban the Venom there if they were going to play it. So we are going to have the Strange Penny Parker Vanguard combo alongside Namor and Wolverine on the duelist side of Team Strange. So we're going to have Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman on the same team. And I believe both teams actually are going for that same team composition on the Strategist, the double Strategist. Spider-Man just testing he can crawl around here. They are going to have the same combo that they normally do with the Strange and Magneto double Vanguard composition that we've seen a lot from them throughout this series. So here we go. The first domination game mode of the loser bracket. Who will be crowned victorious? Team Strange or Team Psylocke? So Spider-Man looking like he's going to try and pounce on the back line here. Both Vanguards on the front line, dishing out damage here. Steph is going to get the worst of things, though, dropping down to half HP. Strange going to slowly build up that ultimate ability. Penny Parker already 30% on that ultimate orb. Spider-Man has been spotted out here, although he is just going to grab that health pack on the side of the map. Trying to dish out some damage to Penny Parker. Although, big kill from the Penny Parker onto Crimson Kai. He is going to fall. Big kill there from the Vanguard. It is going to allow them to slowly take this point, and they do. Wolverine trying to do some damage here. Very good kill there onto Steph. And the Strategist keep him alive. He is going to farm up that armor all the way to 80%. So he will have that ready for the next team fight. And Psylocke still losing more members here. They are going to try and regroup, so they're going to fall back here. Magneto trying to hold the front line while Invisible Woman does some healing in the back. She does have the invisible barrier ready to use at any time. Spider-Man is already in the back line, doing a lot of nuisance to the Strategist, although he's been caught out and he is going to take a lot of damage here. He is going to have to fall back to his teammates, which is going to steal a little bit of healing away from the Magneto and Strange, which we saw them fall down a little bit of health there. 2 kills traded out on both sides. Last stand ready for the Wolverine here. Namor is going to pop the ultimate. It does a bit of damage. It doesn't get any kills, though. Strange gets a trade on to Invisible Woman. Wolverine, he pounces onto Steph. Big kill there. He's still got the ultimate to work with if he wants to use it. He's pouncing on the Magneto. Just going for both Vanguards here, doing really good. And he's going to trade the opposing duelist out, although Hawkeye is going to live here. Not anymore, says King. Penny Parker is getting hit by the Spider-Man. Spider-Man does pop his ultimate, although he's not going to get any value because he's just used it with his teammates dead. A bit of a last hope there from the Spider-Man. Gets no value out of his ultimate, although his teammates have all of their ultimates ready. 5 ultimates on the side of Strange there. And we are going to see the Eye of Agamotto has been popped. Strange might fall here, and he does. That's a very big tide swing in this favor of Psylocke, as Team Strange almost won that one there. So they are just going to regroup here and try and hold this point. The Magneto has farmed up that Meteor M. Hawkeye has his ultimate ready as well. But Eye of Agamotto on the opposing team could say a lot of things back. Wolverine doing a really good job again there at just grabbing the Vanguard and pouncing him back to his team. Although they've done a really good job there at keeping the Vanguard alive. He still has the last stand to work with. He's had it for a while here. He might have to just use it soon. Otherwise, he's going to have to pocket it for a very long time. Very good job there at grabbing the Vanguard. Although the shield saves the Magneto from dying. Penny Parker is going to fall. He's still got last stand. Is he going to pop it? He is going to use the last stand. Big damage onto the strategist there. Although his teammate's doing a really good job at pulling him back and saving him. One Yoki. Double kill there. Really good from the Namor. They are trying to contest this point. Although Namor is going to fall. Really good job from Steph holding the front line. Spider-Man is going to fall though. He might die here. He gets back into the shield. It will heal him up slowly. Strategists are healing him. And he's just going to continue to slowly kill them Vanguards as they fall now. Steph getting another kill there. So he should have farmed up that ultimate nearly. Yes, he has. 80% for the Steph's Eye of Agamotto. We also have Crimson Kai with the Spider-Man ultimate waiting in the back line here to surprise the enemy. Namor is going to get stuck at this point here. He's not going to be able to push through as he will take a lot of damage from the opposing side. So Psylocke just going to hold this point here. One Yoki is pushing up onto the point. They are going to take control of the point, although they're not going to be able to capture it just yet with 3 members of Psylocke on it. Namor is going to take a lot of damage here. Strategist doing a good job at keeping him alive. And it looks like they are going to retake control of the point. That's a really big blunder there from Team Psylocke. 99% on both teams here any second now. And they're going to have to contest the point if they're going to want to win it. But 4 people fall in an instant. 5 people. And it looks like they are going to close this one out. That was a very close first half of domination there. As we saw, one of the teams get to 99% and the other team clawing their way back. But Team Strange managed to close it out. So we're looking for... Oh, they are going to switch the Namor to match the opposing side. They are going to stick to the Strange and Magneto, however, and the other side are going to match that with sticking to the same Vanguards, although with Penny Parker on contrary to the Magneto. They have got the Black Panther still, and they are going to... Both teams going to stick with the same strategic comp of Invisible Woman and Cloak and Dagger. Steph has got his ultimate to work with. On the other side, however, Penny Parker ultimate and Invisible Woman. You are going to have the teams pushing up slowly now to the point, although they're not going to be able to capture it for another 17 seconds. Penny Parker has set up a lot of mines onto the point. Also has the ultimate to work with here. A very crucial factor she will play in this team fight, although she gets pulled forward a little, manages to walk back on out with that Doctor Strange shield to hide behind. The Cloak and Dagger orb heals are very useful. Eye of Agamotto popped in the back line. Is he going to get any value out of it? Yes, he does. One strategist down. Star-Lord has been traded out. Whilst they lose damage, the other team loses heals. Penny Parker's popped her ultimate as well. Not going to get amazing value out of her, although she's going to be able to cover the control point very well. Bit of a nuisance here as Strange falls low. Supports need to heal him. He is getting healed very slowly. Back to full HP. Eye of Agamotto to work with on Team Strange here. And it looks like they are going to capture the point. Have we got the names the right way around? Okay. So Team Sarlacc are going to hold the point here. They are going to have to win this round if they want to match the performance of Team Strange in the first half. Steph is building his ultimate up very quickly, considering he used it not long ago. Magneto is going to have to fall back, although Strange have done a really good job at farming ultimates of their own. Namor pops his, gets some good value out of there of damage. One Yoki, he closes out his ultimate, gets the double kill. Black Panther gets a double kill of his own. Psylocke lose 4 members very quickly there. A 5th, a 6th. Team wipe there for Team Strange. They are going to retake control of this point, matching the first half of the game. Penny Parker is going to reset their minds onto the point, same as we saw at the beginning of the game. Doctor Strange is going to hold the front line. The map is changing, so Psylocke are going to have to rotate a different way around to find the point. It looks like Team Psylocke members are very split here. Remember in the back, big team fight going on up in the high ground. Strange doing a really good job at just holding the front line here. Members falling low on both sides. Crimson Kai falling low, gets healed back on up. Strange loses 3 members. 1 is already respawned. But it looks like Strange, it's looking a bit dire for Strange right now. They're losing a lot more members. And it looks like Psylocke are going to win this team fight here and retake control of the objective. Yes, they do. Strange are going to have to regroup and retake this fight as a 6-man squad. Psylocke are going to respawn all members of their own as well. Magneto just trying to delay so the teammates can come back to the control point. They are going to have the Cloak and Dagger ultimate to work with here, although Strange have a lot to push with here with the Eye of Agamotto ready. He is going to try and dive into the back line like he always does. Magneto doing a good job here at holding the front line. 2 shields on the side of Psylocke to hold this one. Invisible Barrier is going to delay some time as they get pushed back, although no members are in it. Black Panther has his ultimate to work with as well. He's going to try and pounce onto the back line of Team Strange. And he does, but he gets no value out of the ultimate as Namor goes huge there with a double kill. Psylocke are going to lose 2 members. Strange gets 1 traded out. 1 Yoki just going ham right now. Gets 3 kills of his own. Cloak and Dagger on the side of Strange also gets a kill. It is going to push Team Psylocke back. And this game, like Namor, the tides are changing really fast right now. It's swinging both sides. Which team is going to take it? Strange only need one more round to take the series 2-1. But Psylocke need to win this map. Penny Parker going to reset their minds down. There's a lot of damage to the front line of Psylocke. They get healed 1 back up. Namor on both sides. Trying to be a nuisance for both teams. Penny Parker trying to take a bit of space right now. Trying to annoy Team Psylocke and delay. Although she's going to get punished for it as she does fall low. Cloak and Dagger heals, keep her alive. Eye of Agamotto ready to pop. He's waiting for the perfect time to use it. He's going to fall back a little. Try and bait the enemy team in and then pop it. Doctor Strange is falling low, but good heals here. Namor ult popped in the background. Magneto gets a kill of it. And so does Invisible Woman. Namor gets a kill of his own. And Steph also closes it out with killing the Namor. Big ultimate from Team Psylocke there, just to get a bunch of kills. Good ultimate from the Namor. 1 Yoki is going to get a Namor ultimate of his own very shortly. Star-Lord pushing in on his own here, but he has to. He has no choice. It's overtime. Big portal from Strange. They are going to pounce in from that portal. 1 Yoki gets a kill onto the Invisible Woman. Psylocke don't have many heals to work with. Doctor Strange just going to pop that Eye of Agamotto to solo kill the player. Eye of Agamotto gets a lot of value here. Counter Eye of Agamotto has been popped by Steph, but he's not going to get any value out of it. His team's lost 3 members. He has no one to punish it. And Strange going to close it out. It looks like they're going to win this map and the entire match. And they do. Strange are going to take it 2-1. Very dominant performance there from Team Strange in that second map. First map could have gone either way. Both teams on 99% at the end there, but Strange managing to close it out. It proved to be a very decisive round as Team Strange won that second map. Although if Psylocke won that first one, it could have gone 1-1, then it could have swung either way. But that first map was really close, then Strange got a lot of confidence built up. I think they're very huge kills from the Namor. I think one Yoki proved to be a very crucial role for the team there. He was very decisive, winning them team fights. The other Namor, big ultimate at the end there, Magneto on the side of Psylocke, managing to punish it. Both teams doing really good job at taking advantage of their ultimates when a player would use it. If they didn't get a kill, but a player got low, they would punish it and pounce on the low HP player and just kill him out. The Black Panther and done a really good job at just pouncing on players, soloing players out. Both teams doing a really good job at just finding an individual player on the other team, bringing him to his teammates and trying to pick him off one by one, which we haven't seen very much of lately, other than last week where we saw the Wolverine grab a couple players and bring him back to his team. He done a really good job at that. But we're going to have to see Psylocke win this next game, or they will be out of the tournament. This is a very crucial next match for Team Psylocke. They are going to pick the mode, I believe, so they're going to have to think very hard about this, or think about what side they want to start on if they're going to want to close this one out. It's most likely... Okay, sorry, it's Jokey. One Jokey on the Namor there, doing a really good job at just getting them crucial kills. Not only crucial kills, but just absolute team wipes. Multiple triple kills from him throughout that game. A lot of double kills. And then the Black Panther also getting a couple double kills on his own. Both Doctor Strange is doing so good with the Eye of Agamotto there. We're seeing that's been one, I'd say, throughout this entire series. The Eye of Agamotto has been one of the most decisive ultimates in all the matches we've seen so far. Getting every single time of Eye of Agamotto has been popped. I think it was only one time where we didn't see at least 1 or 2 kills come out of it. So really good job there from the Doctor Strangers on both teams. And if Strange win this next game, they will advance to the third round of the second loser round, against Team Jeff. So even if they win this one, a big mountain to climb to reach the grand final or the loser semi-final, where they might potentially face 4 again if they're going to want to get revenge. Both teams here fighting for revenge against Team 4. Both teams lost 3-0 against Team 4 in the previous rounds. But Psylocke going to have to... If Psylocke win this tournament, they would have had to play the most games possible, as both Psylocke and 4 starting in that first round in the first week against each other, where 4 won that really decisively with effort, although effort was not in the week 2 game for Team 4. We had a replacement substitute where Team 4 still looked really strong against one of the powerhouses of this tournament, with that being Team Strange. And Team Psylocke also doing a really good job at taking a map of Team Strange here. And it could be easily be 2-1 to Team Psylocke here, or 3-0. Both these games, the ending has been quite dominant, but it could have still swung either way with the performances of both these teams, especially how the other Eye of Agamottos are being so decisive at changing the team fights. And yeah, we're going to have to see all the players step up here of Team Psylocke if they're going to want to play in the next week of the tournament, because they've got a long road to climb, especially if they're going to want to beat Team 4 or Team Manus, because those teams are looking really strong. This is only the first hurdle of the race. They've got a big obstacle to climb if they're going to want to win the entire tournament. So we've got a maximum of 2 more games to be played. So hopefully we go to that final round, because it'll be really intense for all the players watching, all the people who are playing in the game. They're going to have to step one up. A lot of mental fortitude required for this one. Lots of resilience are required for Team Psylocke right now. If they're going to want to pull up the upset and come back, they're going to have to win back-to-back matches against Team Strange. Team Strange easing the pressure a little bit, although they've clearly dealt with the pressure well, as they went down 1-0 in the series, and now it's 2-1 in their favour, where Psylocke have got to do the same thing now, where they've got to win 2 games in a row. So if Psylocke can repeat what Team Strange done, they're going through. They're going to make the upset and advance to the loser round 2, where they'll face Jeff, which will be another interesting game to work, another game to watch, because we saw Jeff versus Manus. Manus may have won that 3-0, but it was so close every game. It was a really long series, despite it only being 3 games. But you could have seen Jeff easily win that 3-0 as well, or Jeff win a couple maps, because Mantis only ever so slightly won that one despite all matches going in their favour. Jeff done a really good job at keeping up that mental resilience and fighting back. Both teams there doing really good in the veto phase. We saw this game, the last match we just watched, a big step up in the veto phase compared to the first game, where teams were a bit undecisive on who to pick and who to ban. Whereas in that last game, we saw the Lunar Snow still banned once again for the third time. Teams opting to not save the Strange, and we are going to go into the fourth game here, which will be Domination on Royal Palace. We are going to see one Jokey hover the Spider-Man, whether he plays it as a repeat of the last game or not. So Team Strange are going to get the first ban here. We'll see if we get a repeat of the Lunar Snow ban for a fourth game in a row. They are going to ban the Spider-Man, which is a very interesting ban, considering we've seen them play it. Loki, a repeat ban of the Loki. We might get a Lunar Snow save here. We haven't seen Lunar Snow all series. And we do get a Lunar Snow save. So this game is going to be very chaotic and very different to the first 3 games we've witnessed. Remember, Psylocke need to win this game, not only to stay in the series, but to stay in the tournament. Strange going to get their first save, of this match. They are going to save the Jeff. We don't see that one often. So they will get their final ban of this match. Going to need to be a big one, and that is a big ban from them. Banning this Doctor Strange there, which we've seen Steph play all game. So we're going to need to see him pull out some versatility whilst under pressure. That's going to be very tough for him to deal with. And the counter target ban of Penny Parker. So we've got to see if Steph can play that other Vanguard role, as we haven't seen him on the Groot yet, I believe. At least in any recent times. It's been all Doctor Strange as of recent games. We are going to see one Jokey on the Namor once again. Both teams opting to play the Lunar Snow now it has gone through. It would be a bit of a troll to not pick the Lunar Snow, considering it is in the game with what a meta character she has been throughout this series, throughout this entire tournament. So we are going to have Magneto and Hulk on the side of Team Strange with that Jeff. So they did really want that Jeff with that save, allowing him to go through. One Jokey on the Namor. Cloak and Dagger. Frenzy on the Lunar Snow. And then we've got the Magneto, which has been the same pick throughout every game for Team Psylocke, which they would have gone for the Doctor Strange had it gone through, if not for the Strange banning it. So he is going to be forced onto Groot with Crimson on Rocket. We've seen him on the duelist role, but now he's also going to show off his strategist abilities. We have got the magic on Team Psylocke. So looks like Team Psylocke have only got one duelist here, opting for a 3-man strategist composition. We'll see how that one plays out for them. Big team fight here. Groot going to wall it off, though. It gets breaking instantly. Magneto holding the front line alongside Groot. The opposing Magneto trying to break the front line. Objective is going to be unlocked very shortly as Team Strange slowly starts to capture it. Team Psylocke not even going to be able to contest it right now, so Strange going to be able to get this point for free, which is really crucial. Every single second on that point could be game-changing. So Team Psylocke letting that one slip is not good. Magic is going to fall in the background here, although Strange going to lose one of their own, with that being the Hulk. One Jokey trying to do some damage to the Vanguard here. He is going to go on up, getting the passive heals from Lunar Snow. Going to try and damage the Rocket here. Rocket is going to live here. Groot tries to wall it off, but gets nothing out of it. He is going to be getting healed by that Cloak and Dagger heal. And it looks like they've still got the 3-man strategist composition. Clearly a lot less aggressive than the other compositions which is why Strange has been able to capture the objective and already at 30% here, farming up 2 ultimates here. Magic going to get a kill onto the Magneto, though. The Rocket is in the front line here, trying to do some heals. Groot has farmed up his ultimate. Rocket just riding on the Groot right now. He is going to have to jump on out of there, though, as he falls a bit low. Fate of Both Worlds has been popped by Frenzy. The opposing Fate of Both Worlds is ready to pop at any means necessary. And it has been popped right now. She is going to go into the front line. Perfectly timed to keep her team alive. All members alive. And Strange have no Fate of Both Worlds to work with. Hulk going to be receiving a lot of heals. He is going to fall low. Magic just sitting in the back line here. She's going to have to pounce on them, the enemy team, if she's going to want to help. Meteor M was popped there by Team Psylocke, although he gets no kills out of it. One Jokey gets a double kill. Beautifully executed from him there. A triple kill. And Jeff gets a kill of his own as well. Team Strange wreaking havoc on Team Psylocke right now. Slowly picking him off. A very dominant first round from Team Strange, as it looks like they are going to close this one on out, as Team Psylocke have been sent to the respawn room. A couple members in the back line here, but they're not going to be able to get onto the point with this very strong defensive hold from Team Strange. Beautifully executed from Team Strange there. One Jokey on the Namor. Back-to-back games, once again, getting multiple double kills, and the team being really good job at pushing up with him there. Team Strange, as soon as he gets a couple kills, really good at taking map control, map space, as soon as they get a couple kills there. So it looks like Team Psylocke are going to have to switch a couple things here. It looks like that ban from Team Strange to ban the Strange, the Doctor Strange, is proving very good here. As we said earlier, the veto phase is very important. And it looks like Team Psylocke are going to struggle without that Strange shield, which is why they opted for the free strategist comp. Although it looks like they are going to switch to 2 duelists now and the double strategist, because they were lacking a lot of firepower in them previous gunfights. So they're going to need to go full guns blazing, because if they don't win this map, they're out of the entire tournament. Team Strange only need one more map now to close this one on out and win the series 3-1. We see Team Strange pushing up on ahead here. Hulk going to take the front line. They have stuck with the same composition with the Jeff on Strategist. He is going to be doing some damage to the back line here, but now Hulk is in the front line. He's going to have to switch to them heals. Hulk absolutely breaking the formation of Team Psylocke. It's just chaos right now with players flying around everywhere. Hulk is going to fall low, though. He will live in the other form. Magneto is also going to fall low. This is very bad for Team Strange. Lots of damage being dealt from Team Psylocke, but they are going to lose a player. It gets traded out. Good trades from both sides there. Groot trying to wall people off. Cloak and Dagger falls low, although he can't see where he went. Magneto also going to fall low. He's managed to farm the ultimate. Very good here. Hulk is still alive. He is in this fight. Groot has farmed the ultimate as well. He's going to have to use it very decisively if he's going to want to win this game. Jeff is going to fall low, or he's going to dive on out of there, go back to his team, throwing down them bubbles, healing himself, getting that extra movement speed to get on out of there. Fate of Both Worlds has been popped by Team Psylocke, although it might have been a bit too late there. A member has fallen before she popped it. 3 ultimates for Team Strange to work with. Frenzy has got Fate of Both Worlds still popped right now. Psylocke has got a Fate of Both Worlds of their own, with the Meteor M in the background ready to use. Hulk is going to be taking the front line, dealing some damage. Psylocke are going to pop the Fate of Both Worlds of their own. Hulk is going to use that ultimate. Doesn't get a kill out of it, though. Magneto punishes the backline of Strange. Fate of Both Worlds having a lot of sustainability here. Namor ultimate gets popped. One Jokey gets a kill from it. Magic getting a double kill of her own. They are going to take a lot of map control here, a lot of space. Psylocke proving they still want to stay in this tournament here. This is their last-ditched effort. They're doing a really good job at controlling the map right now. Strange are going to have to regroup as they're waiting for that respawn of Jeff. They still have the Meteor M on the side of Psylocke to work with, although 2 big strategic ultimates for Strange to work with here. We're going to see a little war of attrition going on here as both teams are going to do damage but just get healed straight on back up. Magic doing some damage to the back line. They're going to have to keep this player alive. Magic going to fall low, and she does get slain by one Joki. A little duelist one-on-one there. Both teams trying to contest the point, although it doesn't matter. Psylocke, that point is slowly going to go up for them no matter how much Strange contest it, because Psylocke have control of it. This is huge percentage for Psylocke. Strange will take control of the objective, but it might be too late. Psylocke only need to win one team fight or take that objective for just a few seconds and they will win the game. They still have the Meteor M to work with. They did pop that Jeff ultimate in the midst of things. Steph has the Groot ultimate to work with as well. He is going to be taking some map space for his team, although Strange doing a really good job at just holding the line. Jeff being a nuisance on the side of Strange in that back line. We have the Hulk ultimate to work with. He is going to hold on to it for now. Groot is going to fall low here. He needs to get back to his team or he's going to die. He does a good job at getting back there. I think Fate of Both Worlds was popped in the background there. Yes, it was. Namor ultimate also popped. Gets a kill out of it onto the Lunar Snow. Fate of Both Worlds is still active. Namor getting passive heals from the Lunar Snow. He is going to get out and out of there. As they are capturing the objective, this is a big 1v1 here. Although it's now turned into a big team fight. A kill has been traded out on either side. Team Strange are going to hold on to the objective and they need to keep control of it. A very good effort there from Team Psylocke to try and take control of that objective as they only needed 3%. Fate of Both Worlds has been popped in the background. Hulk also using his ultimate. Doesn't get a kill from it. Although Fate of Both Worlds doing a good job at keeping the entire team alive. Psylocke almost capturing it. They're halfway here. They've got every member on the point. And Strange doing a really good job at holding them off. Although 2 members fallen, 3 members fallen. Hulk's not going to be able to survive for much longer. And it looks like he's now going to die. Does a good job at delaying there, although it's not going to matter because Team Psylocke are going to take this one. And it looks like they are going to even out the series 1-1. But Jeff is going to try his best to get onto point. Last-ditch effort, and no, he falls very fast. So Psylocke evening up this 4th match 1-1. Psylocke are going to have to win this game. And Strange are going to have to win it if they want to close out the series early. So, very big, important match for both teams here. Psylocke may be under a little bit more pressure with this being their only chance, whereas Strange have a bit of a safety net being up by 1 game in the series. So we are going to see the same team compositions, both teams sticking to. They both respect their own team compositions and think they work. Both winning 1 game with the team compositions, so they have proven that it can work. But Strange are going to have to copy what they done in the first map if they're going to want to win it. Because Psylocke looked to be in a lot more control in the second map there. Although this map is the most important one, with this one being what decides the winner. Jeff has already farmed up his ultimate from that last round. With it being domination, he did retain that ultimate charge, so he is going to get 100% here. So he has the Jeff ultimate to work with. Psylocke also going to have 4 ultimates of their own to work with. So a very big, heavy early on advantage here for Team Psylocke. Although Groot is going to fall quite low here. Hulk receiving the Lunar Snow passive heals. And Groot got a bit greedy there going in, but his team manages to trade one out. A double kill there from Crimson. Really well played from Team Psylocke. It looks like them ultimates proved very well worth it. And they are going to clean this one on up. They are going to take control of the point, which proved to be very decisive in deciding the winner of the last map, as they managed to build up 97% ultimate charge after they captured it in the first time, as Strange were unaware of them taking the objective so early on. And all they had to do was win 1 team fight to close out the game. So it just proves how whoever takes control of the point first has a very heavy advantage in deciding the winner of the map. And it looks like Strange going to receive a lot of damage here. 3 ultimates for Psylocke to still work with Fate of Both Worlds being a crucial one. And it has been popped by Team Strange. Frenzy on the Fate of Both Worlds. Counter Fate of Both Worlds has been popped slightly later on Team Psylocke, so it might prove to be more value, although it was only minuscule amounts of seconds between them. Both teams dealing out a lot of damage right now. Abilities flying everywhere. End-to-end chaos right now. Magic doing a lot of damage in the back line, although Fate of Both Worlds keeping everyone alive. Fate of Both Worlds is no longer active as we see 2 members fall on Team Strange and 1 on the side of Psylocke. Psylocke are going to have to take advantage of this man advantage. They are going to keep control of the objective. Strange have tried to capture it, although 5 members of Psylocke on the point, not letting him have any of it. Hulk is going to fall low, and he does fall. Wolverine on the side of Strange has farmed up his ultimate as well for the next team fight, although Psylocke just building up so much percentage on that control point, and it looks like they might be able to tie the series up 2-2 here. This is their last chance. Big grab from the Wolverine there, although the shield, he doesn't get to do any damage to him. And Strange, 2 members fallen, 3 members fallen in an instant. This is bad for Team Strange, and it looks like Psylocke are going to be able to close this one on out. They're only going to have to hold it for a few more seconds. They're pushing back Team Strange. And it looks like Psylocke's got this one. Strange have no members to contest the point. And they do. Psylocke have closed it out 2-1 in the 4th match. So, for the first time ever in the Triumph Challenger Cup tournament, we are going to a Game 5, 2-2 from Team Psylocke there. Team Psylocke winning the first map, and then Team Strange coming back 2-1. And we might see Team Psylocke answer them back with 2 games back-to-back on their own. So Strange under a bit of pressure here, having to win this one, considering they've lost the last one. So Psylocke more on a bit of a momentum shift in their favour. Mental resilience has to be really strong from both teams here. So we should be seeing Team Strange pick the deciding match. Whoever wins this match will win the series and will advance to losers round 2. Whoever loses is going home. So both teams going to have to play under a lot of pressure here. I'm sure the other teams are watching to see who they're going to play against next. Team Jeff should be watching this game, VOD review, and seeing some counter strats against both teams. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a long review for them, considering that they don't even know who they're going to play in yet, because Team Psylocke and Strange making this a really close game, the closest game we've ever had. We've never had a 5-game series. This one series is almost longer than last week's when we had 2 matches played. So really good game from both teams. Well done to all the players playing in this game. So we've got probably going to be Convergence. I think we had Domination. It's Convoy. We're going to have Convoy because we had Domination in the last 2 games. We started with 2 Convoys, and we're going to end with a Convoy game. So very interesting, because we saw Psylocke win the first Convoy game, and then we saw Strange win the second Convoy game. So we're going to have both teams have 1 win on this game mode. So it could go either way. We saw both teams have really good defensive duties. The attacking side from both teams, it wasn't necessarily lacking. It was more so both teams had a really strong defensive composition and defensive half, playing really well at just holding the point, especially with the Punisher on the turret, the Strange holding the front line. But we may see a very different Convoy game, considering we had a Strange banned in the last game. And in the first games, we didn't have Strange banned, so they were able to hold the point a lot more easier. We saw a bit of struggle in the first bit of that game with no Strange, although they proved it didn't matter, considering they managed to win with that Groot. Rocket doing really good with the heals there, climbing on top of Groot as well. Lots of Fate of Both Worlds popped throughout that game. We didn't see it in the first few games because of that veto phase where Luna Snow was banned for the first time ever, 3 games in a row, which was very interesting to see, considering she never gets banned. She normally gets saved first. So, yeah, whoever wins this will be against Team Jeff. And it'll be very interesting to see who will advance and who's going home first. And we are going to be heading in to our final game of the series, Convoy on Spider Islands. Best of luck to both teams. So we're going to see who is going to be starting attack. And it will prove to be decisive, because both teams have been really strong on that defensive half. So I think if one team does really good job on attack, it's going to put so much pressure onto the other team. So we are going to see the first ban of the series in favour of Team Strange. So we might be able to see the Doctor Strange this game, although it could be banned again. Luna Snow instantly banned. No Fate of Both Worlds are being used this game. Will we see the Strange banned on the opposing side? If so, that would be a very big veto ban phase with the most picked agents both being banned. And it is going to be a Loki once again, which we've seen in the last 3 games in the veto phase being banned. We might see a Team Strange, a Strange be saved here, which we saw in the last game. So if that does happen, it will be an exact repeat of the last game's veto phase. So we are going to see actually a Spider-Man being saved this time, as he was banned in the last game. No, the Venom was banned in the last game, which stopped him from getting that team up with the Penny Parker when we played the Domination game. So he opted not to play it. And they're going to get the Strange is going to get the first final ban. So Psylocke will close out the ban phase. And we've got the Invisible Venom has been banned. So big counter to the Spider-Man save. So he will not get that team up if that's what they were going for. Although they have got the Magneto Strange Vanguard composition lined up as of right now. But one more ban is left on Psylocke. And they are going to ban the Hulk, which they have banned many times throughout this series. So it looks like we are going to get the double Vanguard composition that we normally get off Magneto and Strange, which we didn't get to see last game due to that Doctor Strange ban. So one Jokey going for the Namor once again. And we've got a matchup here on Team Strange. They are also going to opt for Doctor Strange and Magneto double Vanguard combo, although they're going to opt for a different strategist lineup. Instead of the Cloak and Dagger, Team Strange have opted for the Rocket. And we have Magic once again, which we've seen a lot throughout this series. And Strange going to go for the Punisher, actually, which we've seen them play a lot, but it's been used mainly for defensive. I don't think we've seen it on attack. They've been doing really good job at just putting down the Punisher turret and holding that control point on the defensive side, although we haven't really seen it on the attack side. So it's been very valuable on defense. It'll be interesting to see if they can get as much value out of it on attack. Definitely a more defensive agent, but we'll see how he uses it to his advantage. So here we go. Final match of the series. Do or die for both teams. This is going to be an interesting one to watch. Very early start for damage here. Crimson on the edge of the map here. That was very tense, and he is going to fall because of it. Magneto is going to get the kill. That's going to be a big ultimate charge for him to farm up. We are going to have both teams pushing up very slightly to this choke point. We're at the first choke hold. And we are going to see the Duelist pounce in the backline of Team Psylocke. They're doing a really good job at holding the front line right now. Team Strange are going to... It's going to be hard for them to push this one. Spider-Man doing a lot of damage to both players with that shield. That shield's coming in crucial for the Vanguards, although Psylocke have opted for a new approach of putting it on the Spider-Man so he can pounce on the backline and stay alive. Big damage onto the Rocket. He is going to fall low himself, though. Healed back on up. Steph going to get a kill onto the one Jokey. He does get revived by the Rocket ability, though. He is back into this gunfight. We're back into a 6v6. Turret has been popped. Not going to get much value out of damage. He can't reach the Spider-Man. Spider-Man is going to do some damage, although no damage onto the health pool due to that Cloak and Dagger orb. He is now going to be able to do damage due to that ability being down. The shield is going to come on out to keep Spider-Man alive. He has managed to farm up a lot of that ultimate charge. Ultimates are about to be used by both teams as they have been farmed, waiting for the perfect time to use it. Eye of Agamotto popped in the back line. Very well counter play there from one Jokey to kill the Steph. And he gets 3 kills on the side of Crimson. Really well played there from Spider-Man. It looks like he's going to get a 4th, and he does. And an absolute team wipe there from Team Psylocke onto Team Strange. And once again proving defense has been such a strong factor in this series. The defensive half from every team has just been so crucial at winning these matches. Team Strange are going to have to find out a new tactic here if they're going to want to push through. Maybe a switch of composition, but they're going to want to use these ultimates first. Eye of Agamotto is ready to use. He is going to slowly push up, but they're still stuck at the same choke point for the last 3 minutes. Eye of Agamotto has been popped. Not much value out of it. Rocket has popped his ultimate. Strange does get a kill onto the Strategist, so Solak are going to have less heals. That's going to be a problem to defend with. Spider-Man trying to delay here, but Strange doing a really good job at breaking that defensive line. He is going to stay at full HP, trying to charge up that ultimate. Magic going to get a kill in the background, although the Rocket revive is going to revive the Strategist straight on back. That has proved crucial for both teams here. Invisible Barrier has been popped. They are going to be able to use that to take control of this choke point. Not much map control taken, but it's very vital map control with that choke point being so hard to push past. And it looks like they're going to get around this tough corner. Doctor Strange pushing on up, and that's really well played from the Invisible Barrier there to take control of that corner point on the map, which is ever so hard to push past. Steph has almost farmed up that Eye of Agamotto backup already, although Team Strange's ultimate is almost ready as well. 72% on their side. Namor ultimate popped in the background. Doesn't get a kill out of it. Maybe some good damage there, though. They are going to be able to push up to the first objective point. Team Solak are going to stop them. Will they do it once again, where they break Team Strange's heart at the very last meter? Eye of Agamotto pops. They might actually do it. Solak going to get a kill onto Strange. 3 kills there. Double kill from Steph. And a third, fourth. 4 members of Strange fall in an instant there. Only 2 on the side of Solak. They are going to be able to hold the point. And it looks like once again, Team Solak are going to hold Team Strange at the very last few meters. It's crazy how every single game on Convoy, we have Team Solak stopping Team Strange at the very last meter. It's been a literal meter which has separated this entire series from winning and losing. Strange Portal is going to be big, though. It is going to allow them to get onto the point, although it's going to be hard for them to get through this defensive line with that portal being in the way. Eye of Agamotto has been popped by Strange. He gets a double out of it, and they get a third out of it. They're taking really good advantage of that ultimate, although Doctor Strange is alive still. He's going to be a nuisance for them. He is going to fall low. It looks like they are going to kill him here if they get this point, and it looks like they will. Only 1 more member to kill, and they do. And Strange, they don't want a repeat of the last 2 games where they failed at the last couple meters. Thank God for Strange. They've managed to actually get the first point. That would have been very heartbreaking for Team Strange if it was a repeat of the last few games. Team Solak are going to have to regroup here, though. It is going to make it a tough push, though, for Team Strange, as they've only got 2 minutes to work with on the clock. Crimson has almost farmed up that Spider-Man ultimate. One Jokey has the Namor ultimate ready to pop. Meteor M on the side of Psylocke is ready to use at any moment's notice. He is just going to hold this front line, though, with Steph on the Strange. Cloak and Dagger doing some heals to the Vanguards here, trying to push back Team Strange. Although the Strategist getting a kill of her own, taking the role of the duelists. Strange is going to have to fall back a little bit here. This is a very important team fight. It can decide who wins the entire series, who goes home or not. Strange has the Eye of Agamotto ready to pop, but not many teammates left to work with. It looks like he's going to try and use it onto the backline. He does, but insane pushback by Team Strange. He gets absolutely 0 value out of Eye of Agamotto. The first time we've seen no value out of that ultimate, and we get a kill in the background. Invisible Barrier has been popped in that team fight. Strange is still holding the front line. Team Strange are going to push forward. One Jokey gets a kill onto the duelist. Strange gets a kill of his own. He has the Eye of Agamotto to work with. Meteor M still ready. He's in the respawn room, though. He needs to come back and help his team if they're going to hold this one out. Spider-Man doing lots of damage here to all players of Team Strange, but he does fall. Really well played from Team Strange to deal with that nuisance of Spider-Man. They are going to slowly push this payload, although Psylocke are going to hold the front line. 3 ultimates to work with. They need to use them if they're going to hold this one. Invisible Woman doing a really good job here at keeping her team alive. All counters. Invisible Barrier has been popped. Meteor M, though, it gets no value due to that Invisible Barrier. Insane timing to pop that Invisible Barrier for him to get no value out of it. They managed to get out of it. Magneto gets a trade onto One Jokey. Strange are going to have less firepower now with him being dead. Solak going to be able to hold this point for a few more seconds. Invisible Woman going to have to fall back here. Team Strange being down 2 members. Solak just taking absolute control of this man advantage. Getting another 2 kills there. That's very unfortunate for Team Strange. Although they had no choice. There's only a few seconds left on the clock. They had to push it. And it looks like Team Solak are going to close this one out. Very well played defensively once again for the 4th time. Team Psylocke are going to have to repeat what they've done on defense, though, which we've seen every team struggle with. So whilst it doesn't look great for Team Strange, we've seen every team throughout this series struggle with the attacking side. So Strange is still very well in it, despite not pushing the payload that far. They are going to go for the same team composition of Magneto and Strange to try and push forward, though. Looks like we might see a Hela, which we have not seen in a long time, with the effort dropping out of the tournament, with him being one of our main Hela players. We are going to see Frenzy pick up the boots. So we've got the Punisher once again, which proved to be very good on that defensive half. He got a bit of value on the attacking side, but definitely going to get more value on this defensive half with that turret. We're going to see the Penny Parker, so very strong defensive agents right now with the mines and turret and the rocket revive. I can already see this one being hard for Psylocke to push through this defensive barrier, especially at this corner choke point, which we saw Team Strange get stuck on for so long, which may have cost them the entire tournament. They were stuck at this corner for a few minutes. Will Psylocke push through it like a breeze, or will they get stuck at the same corner? So we see the first team fight about to take place. Teams slowly pushing up together. Magneto trying to take a bit of space, but he's going to have to fall back here, because he's a lot of damage getting dished out by that Punisher turret. But some good heals. He is going to be able to try and farm that ultimate charge. They are actually able to push up quite good here, but we're going to see, we need to see Team Strange hold this corner, because this corner is really good for the defensive side. If Psylocke push past this really quickly, it's going to be really hard for Team Strange to win this one, considering they spent a long time stuck at this corner. Kills are being traded out, although that rocket revive proving to be really good here for Team Strange. That might be the deciding factor between going home and advancing to the next round. Punisher is farming up that ultimate really quickly as well. As we see, Rocket's going to pop the ult here. So it is going to allow Punisher to have infinite ammo on that machine gun for a while. He is going to do extra damage with it. He is going to take advantage of it, actually, and get a kill onto the Magneto with Strange killing the magic. We are going to see Frenzy farm up his ultimate too. 2 strategist ultimates ready on the team of Psylocke. They don't need to pop it right now, as they've still about 1 minute left to be on pace with Team Strange's push. Although they're getting pushed back really good here. Big kill from Steph. That's a very decisive kill, as it's going to force Frenzy to have to back off here. And Psylocke, they are going to push past this corner, which is very vital to winning the entire game. That's a tough corner to push past, and they've done it with 2 minutes, 20 seconds still on the clock. Magneto has a meter M to work with. Both strategists have still pocketed their ultimate. They didn't even commit any ultimates to taking that corner of the map. Hela going to be taking quite advantage here. Eye of Agamotto was popped in the background there, but they didn't get... They got 2 kills out of it, Frenzy being one of the killers. They have got Invisible Cloak and Dagger's ultimate to work with here. Psylocke are going to have to push back. They're going to just push back, not waste any extra time that they don't need to. Just regroup as a team and then re-push this one. As Strange can only push the payload back ever so slowly. They still have Meter M to work with, as well as a few more ultimates, with one being the Eye of Agamotto, which is a very crucial ultimate in these team fights, as proven in the previous matches of the series. Eye of Agamotto has been popped by Strange here. They're going to have to get a lot of value out of it, though, as both teams also have Eye of Agamotto to work with. It looks like Team Psylocke's one gets more value, though, as Meter M was popped in the background there. Double ultimate used from the Vanguards of Psylocke, and it proves very well worth it, as they got 2 kills out of it. Penny Parker using her ultimate a bit late there as a last-ditch effort to try and stop them getting the point, although it only proves Team Psylocke taking advantage of it. I think it might have been better for Team Strange just to let Team Psylocke take that point. They'd already lost 3 players. It's very unlikely for you to win a 3v6. So maybe if Penny Parker held onto that ultimate, it could be the deciding factor between going home and winning. Team Strange is going to slowly push up here. His backline is getting pounced, so he's going to have to be careful. This is really big from Psylocke. Very smart. It distracted Doctor Strange, so he had to turn around. He only has a shield that can face one way, so he's getting hit from both sides. It just allows Psylocke to slowly push up, and Strange is falling apart. They're falling to bits. Psylocke's just taking advantage to it. It looks like Psylocke aren't under any pressure right now. If they lose this game, they go home, but they're playing really well here. And Strange have only got one last team fight to hold it. Sarlacc have loads of time to work with. 2 minutes 40, and they've only got to push it about 10 meters. Strange are going to have to hold them here. Both teams in a big team fight. Sarlacc going to get the first kill of it. Agamotto is going to be popped here. Not much value out of it. Sarlacc are going to take advantage of this. 3 kills onto Team Psylocke. 4 dead on the side of Team Strange. They are in the respawn room. It looks like Psylocke are going to close this one out as Magic gets the final kill there. And they do. Psylocke win the series. The most intense series of the Triumph Challenger Cup tournament so far. They are going to close it out 3-2. So they are going to go against Team Jeff in the loser round 2. Unfortunately, a very surprising upset with Strange. Nobody would have predicted Team Strange being the first team to go home, considering they were the powerhouse, winning every game on stream. And now they've lost 2 games back-to-back, with that being a 3-1 loss against Team 4, although one of the rounds was a forfeit, and then a 3-2 loss to Team Psylocke. Very unfortunate. Hats off to the players, as that required a lot of mental resilience. Very good game. And I believe, are we raiding another stream tonight? Yeah. We're going to be raiding a stream, so stay in the stream for that. It'll be a bit of fun. If you're not in our Discord, join our Discord for more, to join the matches, for more tournaments and everything. Social links are down below, and thanks for watching, everyone.
A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion. Choppers, better took those risks. One of my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always